And we are live, ladies. Today we're talking about why making money is the most feminine thing you could be doing right now. Let me know who's here in the chat and watching us live. Let me know in the comments later if you are a part of the replay crew. I've had this deep knowing for a really long time that the next generation of evolution for women and men and children is for money to be flowing through the hands of women. And the reason that I've had this strong knowing is because evolution is all about having the foundation of what's been and evolving the conversation. And the truth is that men have always had money flowing through them. Men have always had sovereignty and power and influence when it comes to money. But for women, this is very new. You've heard me say this before that women are the ultimate new money. And so I've known that, yes, we get to be provided for. Yes, we get to have men nourishing us and pouring into us. But I've also known that the next gen of women are meant to have money. And money comes with all kinds of good, bad, ugly. But that's the point. The point is that as women, we're meant to learn how to channel money, how to hold money, how to create money, how to have both provider money and pleasure money. And then you're not going to believe this. I learned that experts are saying that $124 trillion is moving hands in the next decade, and 70 to 80% of this money is going to women. And at that time, I immediately knew that God had been preparing me for this exact moment. When this money transfers, and it's already started, and here's the thing, before we even get into that, if you're sitting there going, but Mina, I'm not going to inherit any money. Listen, my parents are gone. I did not inherit any money from them. However, as a woman, this also impacts me because women spend money differently. They relate to money differently. They give money to different businesses, different charities, different causes that men have. And because of that, money in the hands of more women means money in the hands of more women. Okay, it means more money in the hands of more women. And so, as a female business owner, this impacts you whether your parents are leaving you a little sliver of this $124 trillion. Your business, your life, the next generation of humanity is going to benefit from this. Now, here's the thing, money, I know this, comes with the good, the bad, the ugly. So, as someone that was raised in very inconsistent financial reality as a child, I was born to immigrant parents, and there were times when we had money. There were times when we were on food stamps. There were times when we were homeless. Like, I have seen that reality of what money can mean in your life. And as someone that went through my own financial journey, making it and then losing it, and then being completely dependent on my man for money, being a stay-at-home mom for 8, 9 years before I started making money myself again, I've gone through these different flavors and awakenings, I would call them, with money. And now, as a first deca millionaire on both sides of my family, as the first female deca millionaire with a global eight-figure brand that keeps compounding, I've got 8 codes for you, 8 feminine codes that are going to be life-changing for you, regardless of where you are in your journey. So, who is ready for today's training? Because I'm not here to talk about chasing or hustling. I'm here as your identity and wealth architect to show you how feminine wealth is built, held, and multiplied. Because money is having a gender change. Money is having a identity upgrade. And men are going to also have to learn to relate to money differently as this money transfers hands. Money isn't masculine. We tend to think of money as masculine. It's the most feminine force, flow, creation, attraction, multiplication, compounding. I'm here to tell you that money is feminine. And if in order for you to be in your feminine energy, you need to learn how to make money. You need to learn how to multiply money. You need to know how to have money. But women keep leaking their power, stuck in pain, over emotion, looping in inner work, as this wealth transfer is literally happening underneath our very nose. And I want you to have a sliver, just a sliver of $124 trillion. Who's here for that? That's huge. Here's the truth, ladies. Feminine wealth requires a new pathway. We need to take what the masculine has given us, but we need to build on it. We need to create on it because now money is becoming more feminine as we speak. So without further ado, it is one of the biggest, most joyful pleasures of my life to be introducing to you the 8 P's of the Million Dollar Babes pathway. Who is ready for the 8 P's? I'm going to throw this in the link in the chat. I have been waiting for this moment to share this with you. Let me know if you are here for it and you're excited about learning the 8 P's of the Million Dollar Babes pathway. This is my exclusive registered trademark pathway that I'm going to be walking you through. Here's the thing, ladies. This training is worth at least $10,000. It's taken me almost 45 years and over $1 million spent in earning and learning what I'm about to share with you. And here's the truth. I was telling the ladies in the Gyna Telegram, I could have charged for this. I could have charged for this. This could have been an easy couple of $100,000 in 90 minutes kind of a training that I could have done. However, I really wanted every single woman to have access to this. Okay, so who's ready? This is a training you're going to want to take notes for because I am going deep. I'm not holding anything back. I'm giving this to you as if it is a $10,000 masterclass. So who's here for it? Throw me some hearts. Share this with someone who needs it, another woman. Give this a like and let's go. The first P that you need to unlock to get a sliver of this $124 trillion wealth transfer, whether you're actually inheriting money yourself or creating money through your business. What is the first one? Polarity. In order to unlock your wealthy woman era, you're going to first need to master polarity. Polarity inside of us looks like feminine and masculine energy compounding. Ladies, polarity is power. The feminine creates and the masculine contains, and together they compound. And so polarity is all about alchemizing pain into pleasure. We're not looping in inner work anymore. We're not crying about our addictions to suffering. Okay, we are ready to step into architecture. We're ready to step into our wealthy woman era, our million dollar babe era. So we're going to alchemize pain into pleasure today, and we're going to stop collapsing. Okay, we're going to activate provider energy, which equals containment, which can then give us feminine flow and creation. So it becomes not about looping in endless inner work, but about feeling contained, safe, and God forbid, abundant from the inside out. Okay, your provider energy is the container that holds it all. Money, business, and leadership require container work. And here's the best part about these 8 P's. They work in dating, they work in life, they work in relationship, and they sure as hell work in your business. Okay, so polarity is going to be about raising the floor, not falling into the lowest frequency, being able to contain our nervous system. This means that we're going to use strategy, presence, focus, and energy, and ask ourselves, do I feel contained? Does my business feel contained? And what's my next move? What is my next move? So I want you to ask yourself this question. What are the masculine containers of yourself, of your life, and of your business? Because money requires masculine containment. If you don't have that internally inside of you, you're not going to be able to hold money. Because every single thing, whether it's a relationship, a baby, money, business, art, every single thing requires both masculine energy and feminine energy. That's why just energetics doesn't work and just strategy doesn't work. You need the egg and the sperm to create anything. So, what are the masculine containers of yourself, of your life, and of your business? That needs to come first. So, polarity. And when you can master that inside of you, then you can start mastering that in a relationship. Polarity is power. The feminine creates, the masculine contains, and together they compound. Repeat after me. Polarity is power. The feminine creates, the masculine contains, and together they compound. Okay, who's ready for P number 2 of the $1 Million Babes pathway? So number 2 is pleasure. Pleasure. Pleasure is the compass of desire, the feminine GPS. It is the feminine GPS. Follow your pleasure and you'll never be lost. But here's the thing with pleasure. When we're talking about wealth and we're talking about the $1 Million Babe pathway, we're talking about mature pleasure. Mature pleasure is long lasting. Mature pleasure isn't about, oh, this doesn't feel good to me, I'm just going to ditch it and move on to the next thing. Mature pleasure does not sabotage your legacy. Mature pleasure does not sabotage your long-term health and fitness goals for what you can stuff in your mouth right now. I feel like right now, women are having a very immature relationship with pleasure, where if it doesn't feel good, instead of expanding their capacity to hold more, they ditch it, they run away. And when you have an immature relationship with pleasure, you're never going to be able to stack your blessings because you will be self-sabotaging. So the pleasure that I'm talking about, it's not about immaturity. It's not about it doesn't feel good, so I'm just going to ditch it. Okay, this is about expanding our capacity to hold more and letting it lead us. So one of the things that I notice is that when people hit an edge, they use the dopamine-driven pleasure to escape. That's not what we're doing. Because think of it that way. If you are doing that, if you have a very immature relationship with pleasure, you're going to keep leaking money and power. And every time money shows up, if you're just emotionally leaking it because you just want the dopamine hits, you're not going to be able to stack it. Who's feeling me on this? Who's done this? Where one moment of pleasure derails your legacy, derails all of your goals, delays your true desires. Remember, ladies, that true desire doesn't come from wanting, that comes from lack. That's why the Bible and other scriptures warn us about desire, because what they meant was wanting. Wanting comes from lack. Desire comes from abundance. Desire feels good before, during, and after. That's the kind of pleasure I'm talking about. Pleasure is a high profit skill set. Pleasure sells. Pleasure sells. Now, let me also say this disclaimer. In the many years I've been teaching this to my clients, the first time they hear me saying this, they get it wrong. They think that when I'm saying that pleasure sells, that they have to act a certain way. And immediately after I used to teach this years ago without giving this disclaimer, I would see that all of my business clients would show up on social media like all of this like weird porn star escort energy. And I'm like, what are you doing? What's happening? And they're like, oh, you said that pleasure sells. I'm like, yes, honey, not that kind of pleasure. That kind of pleasure is for the bedroom. That kind of pleasure is for your man. If you're showing up with that kind of pleasure, you will attract attention. You will attract attention of people that want to siphon your sexual energy, not people that want to pay you, not people that want to respect you. Okay, so that's not the kind of pleasure I'm talking about. I'm also not talking about untruthful pleasure, meaning your entire world and your internal reality is collapsing and you show up pretending to be hyped up. Truth sells. Truth speaks louder than words. I'm talking about the pleasure that actually is true and exists in your nervous system. Embodied pleasure. That's what we're talking about. Okay, so this isn't about faking it, it's about true pleasure. Okay, who is ready for number three? Somehow, when I transferred this into my notes, my numbers went away and I'm feeling like I'm gonna lose track. Okay, number three. Who's ready for number three of the Million Dollar Babes pathway? Let me know in the chat if this is resonating. Give me some feedback. I'm a projector. Let me know if this is landing for you. Let me know if this is opening up pathways. Here's the truth. Do you want to buy from someone that looks miserable? Do you want to throw your credit card at the screen of someone that hates what they do? Or do you buy from people that are truly in their pleasure, truly in their art, truly enjoying their skills? Yeah? Okay, number three is play. The third P is for play. Play is the most serious wealth strategy the feminine has. Repeat after me. Put it in the chat, put it in the comments. Play is the most serious wealth strategy the feminine has. It is the ultimate feminine strategy. Okay? Now, here's the problem with play. A lot of women lose play after they get a little bit of success. They can have it in the beginning, but they quickly lose it after they have a little bit of success. Why? Because they drop out of the 99 realm. The 99% realm is the space of quantum. It's the place of God. It's the God field. It's the source field. It's the unmanifest, unlimited potential that exists. And in the beginning, when we don't have success, that's what we tap into. We're creating from infinite potential. We're creating from the 99 realm. The Million Dollar Babe has 1 foot in the 99 realm and 1 foot in the earthly third 3D realm here on earth. So what happens when my clients make a little bit of money, or let's say they already made a little bit of money? A little bit of money is 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, $30,000 a month. And why I'm calling that a little bit of money is when they get that, they quit playing to win and they stop being in the 99 realm and they start playing not to lose. They say, "Oh, but I'm so comfortable at 20,000, even though they want $100,000 a month, even though they want $1 million a month, even though they want to grow, they want to expand." They now start thinking not to lose. They say, "Well, yes, I do want that, Mina, but what if I lose what I have now in order to get that?" And the truth is, you're gonna have to lose what you have now because you have to shed the identity of the woman that makes $20,000 a month and $30,000 a month and embody the energy of a woman that makes 100K a month and $1 million a month because that's what leads to your growth. In no other area of our life do we say, "Oh, I just want to be a little bit healthy." Just a little bit, little health. "Oh, I just want to feel a little bit loved. Oh, I just want to give the bare minimum to my kids. I just want to like give a little bit love to my husband. But when it comes to money, suddenly we start hedging. Suddenly we start playing not to lose. Play to expand your capacity to feel alive. And money will be manifesting you. Instead of you chasing money, money will now be manifesting you. Clients will now be manifesting you. Your soulmate client will now be manifesting you. The love of your life will now be manifesting you. Play is how you move into the 99 realm, and it's how you stay in the 99 realm while still being grounded in the 1% reality where we're living and where we're creating. Alexandra said, yes, it's landing. Free Spirit said, play is the most serious wealth strategy the feminine has. Play is the most profitable frequency a woman can embody. But remember, not fake play, actual, because truth, the frequency of truth, cannot be forged. It cannot be forged. Okay? Who is ready for number 4? So let me ask you this. Are you still playing in your life? Are you still playing in your business? Or have you gotten so serious that you've forgotten to play? Are you still playing? And if you don't have actual play in your life, in your marriage, with your children, if you don't feel alive, your business will start feeling really dense really quickly. So I'm going to repeat this again. Play is the most serious wealth strategy the feminine has. Don't forget to play. Do not forget to play. Number 4, who's ready? Number 4 is purpose. The 4th P is purpose. Purpose is the wealth engine. Purpose is the nervous system generator. Your purpose is often hiding in your pain. So you have to be able to alchemize that and let it be born in your pleasure, in your play. Without purpose, you feel burnt out. You forget, why am I doing this again? When things get hard, when you hit an edge, when the universe, God, source, the field, life asks you to expand, to grow, to evolve, if you cannot remember your purpose, you are going to burn out. You are going to forget why you're doing this in the first place. With purpose, you feel fire, you feel ignited, you feel initiated, you feel activated. Without purpose, laziness and unmotivation can set in. Who has forgotten their purpose and started feeling lazy, started feeling unmotivated? You need to be reminded. Your job is to remind yourself of your purpose every single day. Laziness and unmotivation is disengagement from your purpose. Write that down for the days where you feel like you've forgotten. Purpose is the generator of feminine wealth. I'm going to repeat it again. Purpose fuels resilience and charges your nervous system. Purpose is the alignment of identity. Purpose is the alignment of identity. Here is how you find your purpose. I'm going to ask you this question. What are your personal values? Because your values is your branding. With feminine brands, it's all about our values. My entire brand is created again around my personal values because I refuse to sell anything that goes against my values. I guess I refuse to stand for anything that goes against my values. So when you have your personal values, congratulations, you have your brand. That is what your brand is built on. Who is ready for number 5? From now on, you're not going to be tinkering with your logo with your brand, tinkering with your brand colors. By the way, I didn't have brand colors or a logo until I already made 8 figures in my brand. Yes, when all I think about is my purpose, I feel light. It recharges your nervous system. Absolutely. Absolutely. So all you need for branding are your personal values. Figure that out. Congratulations, you now have your brand. Who's ready for number 5? Number 5 is proficiency, mastery of your skills and your craft. Proficiency is the bridge between your values and your wealth. Proficiency is the bridge between your values and your wealth. Proficiency then becomes a grounded excellence. Grounded excellence. Your skills mastery creates authority and credibility. So here's the question I want you to answer. What are your monetizable skill sets? What are your monetizable skill sets? What are your gifts, your feminine offering, your feminine medicine, your feminine magic that people are willing to pay for? This is important because I get this a lot in the comments on my YouTube channel with people saying, I've got a lot of skills or I've got a lot of gifts. I don't know what to monetize. Just because you have a lot of gifts doesn't mean people are willing to pay for them. So choose the gift that's the most highly monetizable skill set. And then choose the richest segment of your audience to sell it to. This is another one women get stuck on. They say, I don't know any rich people. I never said you had to know any rich people. You don't have to know any billionaires to sell your gift. You just have to sell it to the richest people. A lot of women are monetizing things that no one wants to buy. They're trying to monetize things that people don't pay for. They follow, they don't want to pay for it. It's kind of similar to how Marilyn Monroe had a lot of sexual energy. People wanted to siphon that. No one wanted to wife that up. People wanted to manipulate her, use her, take from her. So when we want to monetize, when we're thinking, what do I monetize? Choose the skill set that people are willing to pay for, the richest segment of your audience. That doesn't mean they need to be billionaires. They just need to be the one in your audience that has the money. A lot of women fall in the trap of trying to do charity. You cannot afford to do charity when you're broke. Do not do charity when you're broke. Do charity from overflow. That means you monetize the richest part of your audience, and then from their overflow, you can give freely. So my free YouTube channel is my community service content. So I've monetized the richest segment of my audience, meaning I sell my mastered skill sets, my feminine medicine to that group. And from that overflow, I give freely. Now, some people think that, oh, if I give so freely, on my free content, then no one will buy from me. I used to think that, oh my God, not that no one will buy with me, but here was my story. I'm so embarrassed to actually reveal this. I used to think that if I continue to give so freely on YouTube, that my paid clients would get upset. The opposite thing happened, and it still continues to happen. Every time I give something super potent in kainat, you know what they say? Because I attract abundant women. They're like, Mina, this is so good. You have to give this for free on YouTube. And I'm thinking, these women have spent so much money to be here in this paid container and receive this information. And the first thing that these abundant, rich, overflowing women are thinking is, you should give this for free. Not, I'm going to gatekeep this to myself. So when you are abundant, you also attract abundant people who are actually so grateful to be in that container, to be learnings, to have close proximity, to have access to your deepest knowledge and frameworks. They're not worried about, oh, what is Mina giving away for free on YouTube? They actually tell me I should. Okay. So abundant women give freely. That was 5. I'm going to repeat this again. This is important. Proficiency is the bridge between your values and your wealth. Purpose aligned with proficiency. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is so good. Proficiency aligned with purpose aligned with proficiency becomes prosperity. This is so good. I'm going to throw this in the chat for you, okay? So good. So freaking good. Let's see. This is such a good training, Nidasa. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Give me some heart. Share it with a woman that needs it. Yes. Okay. Who's ready for number 6? Who's ready for number 6? What is the 6th P of the $1,000,000 Babes pathway to wealth for women, for the divine feminine? We're having our moment. We're having our wealth moment, ladies. I've been calling this out for about a decade now, and we're having that moment now. Number 6 is passion. Say it with me. Number 6 is passion. Passion is all about voltage and visibility. The voltage of your voice. The voltage of your voice. Passion is voltage and visibility. Passion makes you unforgettable. Your brand, ignited by your passion, is a frequency that you broadcast. Passion ignites your voice, turning your presence into magnetism. Passion, I'm going to say it again, it makes you unforgettable. Passion turns your voice into a magnet. While everyone on the internet is talking about working less, automating everything, being passive, I turn up the passion. I turn up the passion. Who would you rather buy from? Someone who hates their work, wants to make everything passive, wants to work as little as possible, some anonymous person that just wants to not be available, do the bare minimum, or do you want to work with someone that is obsessed with their work, is life-giving, where their work is tied to their personal values, when their work is literally their play, where their work feels orgasmic? Who do you want to buy from? Who do you want to do business with? I'm going to be talking about one of my sexiest offers I've ever launched, the Feminine Energy Master Coaching Container, which is all about voice, visibility, voltage at the end of this training, but just kind of letting you know that it starts with passion, okay? Where you become voltage, you become magnetism, you become someone people can't forget. You become unforgettable. You become the category queen. People who are trying to compete with, I only work 1 hour a week. I just, everything's passive. Girl, yes, you're passive. Everyone's forgotten about you. Okay. Who is ready for number 7? Number 7, P of the $1,000,000 Babe pathway. Let me know. I'm going to wait for your response. I know there's a little bit of a lag. This is so much fun. Who's having fun? Who's enjoying this training so much? Number 7, I'm trying not to choose favorites, but who knows? This might be it. Welcome to Level Up Queens, gorgeous. I can't say your name. I don't know what your name is. FF something. Number 7 is prosperity, profits. The prosperity, the profits, the overflow you're born for. Prosperity is the capacity to hold more. I'm writing each down. Kristen said, yes, girl, I love you for this. Prosperity isn't just about earning more, it's about holding more. It's about the overflow. Every profitable feminine business sits at the intersection of pleasure and purpose. Pleasure and purpose. Prosperity is how much you can hold in your nervous system, in your energy field without collapse. This is why I'm always playing on the edge, pushing the edges of what I can hold. I don't play in the field of comfort. I play in the field of expanding my capacity to hold more prosperity. So I want you to start thinking about prosperity as capacity from now on. How much energy, how much wealth, how much love, how much joy can you hold without collapse, without story, without going back into hiding and comfort and playing small? How much prosperity can you hold? Because we all ask for more, 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 more. Can you actually hold more? Probably not. Alexandra said, I'm having so much fun. I'm so glad. Everyone wants more, but then they're also overwhelmed by a little bit. How can you hold more when you can't even metabolize the abundance in your life right now? You go instantly into overwhelm. Prosperity doesn't happen when you shrink. Prosperity happens when you expand, when you eat fear for lunch, breakfast, dinner, when you punch fear in the face every single fucking day, that's when prosperity happens. Are you ready to punch fear in the face? Are you ready to raise the bar? Are you even ready to metabolize abundance right now? Then you better stop using the word I'm or the phrase I'm overwhelmed. Because every single time you say I'm overwhelmed, the universe starts going further away from giving you anything new. You can't even handle what you have now. Why do you want more again? Why do you want more? So you need to be able to expand the literal vessel that is your energetic field, your nervous system, to be able to hold more. Because money does not come from suffering, it comes from seduction. No one cares how hard you worked or how many hours you spent. No one cares. No one cares. They're thinking about themselves. They're thinking about themselves. So, in order to step into prosperity, you have to be able to expand your edges really fast. And the word overwhelm cannot exist in your vocabulary anymore. It cannot exist. I do not say, I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. Cancel that, in fact, because everything we say, it triggers our subconscious, right? Cancel that. I can hold more. I know how to expand my edges. I know how to hold more love, more joy, more pleasure, more play, more clients, more money, more millions, more billions. I don't use scarcity language. Overwhelm is scarcity language. Who is ready for number 8? The final code of the $1,000,000 Babe pathway. Who is ready? The 8th code is power. Power. Sovereign, life force, unapologetic presence. Power is your life force unleashed, unapologetically transmitted. Power is your life force unleashed, unapologetically transmitted. So glad I caught this live. I'm taking notes. Yes, Poppy, I'm loving that. Power, this is important. Listen up closer. Power is the ultimate feminine source code. Power is the ultimate feminine source code. Power is sovereignty. It's life force. It's magnetic authority. So we're not going to be using weakening language anymore. We're not going to be using gendered language anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't mean to. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No. Stop apologizing. Stop asking for permission. Stop. I'm just. We're not doing that anymore. We are going to be cracking down on this inside of Feminine Energy Master Coaching, which starts this week on September 18th, because power is the feminine source code. And I want every single woman to feel powerful. Every single woman. Power is not about force. It's not about domination. Okay. It's about magnetic authority. It's about you playing with your life force energy. It's about the words that you use, the internal conversations that you have, the frequency that you transmit that either makes people want to say thank you and bye or throw their credit card at the screen. So I'm going to repeat this again. Power is your life force unleaked, unapologized for, unapologetically transmitted. No more asking for fucking permission. No one's going to give you permission, gorgeous. You give yourself permission. The feminine is the permission, but we keep going to the masculine. The permission field belongs to the feminine. It always has, and it always will. This is why the feminine is the invitation, not the masculine, because the permission field belongs to the feminine. Okay. So here are the 8 codes. Now let's talk about some of the challenges and the resistance that women face, and they're not able to activate these codes in themselves. One of the biggest reasons for this is the inner work and the personal development you've been doing. Yes, I said it, even though I'm a personal development and inner work junkie, you guys know that. But here's what I do know that a lot of people are missing. When you do personal development, you guys remember in episode 4 of this 100 Days of Transformation series, when I talked about the dip, who remembers that? The dip that we experience, resistance, when we start something new? Well, what happens is the longer you've been doing personal development, the better your resistance and excuses become, the smarter they become. And so now, instead of seeing our excuses for what they are, we start saying, oh, it's not in alignment. I need a sign. This is a sign I shouldn't do it. Your dip just got smarter because when you're studying something, when you're consuming personal development, so is your ego. So is your resistance. So is your brain. You're not just growing, so is it. And as it grows, it gets better language to seduce you out of your desires and your dreams. So now instead of seeing fear for what it is, you start saying, oh, it must not be aligned. I'm waiting for the stars to align. I'm waiting for God Himself to come down from the heavens and give me a permission slip. I'm waiting for my husband to give me permission. I'm waiting for XYZ signs. What the fuck? What in the actual fuck? Okay, what are you doing? So we then start making up these really well hidden excuses. So let's go through them one by one. You ready? Let me know that I'm ready to call myself out on my own fucking bullshit. This is why there is a wealth divide. Because wealthy people think differently. When I uncovered this, I became wealthy because they know how to punch fear in the face. They don't make these bullshit excuses. Who is ready for this? Let me know in the chat, in the comments if you're watching the replay. that how your resistance has gotten smarter and it's using your own spiritual language against you. That's what it's doing. Number one, bullshit excuse that you use to spiritually gaslight yourself into staying small. Number one, I don't have time. That's why you need purpose. Time bends around clarity. Peasant consciousness people worry about time management. Wealthy women, million-dollar babes, focus on energy management. So when you're in your peasant consciousness, you're focused on time. TF, welcome to Level Up Queens. So anytime you're like, I don't have enough time, it's not the right time. Anytime you say the word time, call yourself a peasant because you're acting like one, you might as well. The wealthy woman, the divine feminine, does not worry about time. She focuses on energy management. Why? Because energy management literally creates more time. Energy management gets you into Einstein time, babe. Einstein time moves and functions very differently than Newtonian time. It's the difference between dead time and alive time. So anytime I find myself saying, it's not the right time, I don't have time, I'm like, oh, you peasant, you clever peasant in my head. Now you're using spiritual language to keep me small. Because every time I've been doing personal development and inner work, so it's also listening. It's saying, okay, I need to have better language to keep Mina safe because this bitch is going to get us killed. That's just the story. So from now on, we're not going to be in peasant consciousness worrying about time. We're going to talk about energy management. That's what wealthy women do. The next one. The next one is, I don't have money. That's why you need proficiency. Skills print money. Skills print money. It's literally raining money on the internet every single day. Literally raining money. Okay? So that's like saying, I'm gonna run the Olympics when I get there. No, when you don't have money, you need to buy more skill sets because skills prints money. Wealthy women leverage other people's money, i.e., it's called debt and it's shamed because rich people leverage it, but poor people are shamed for debt to buy high income skill sets. Do you know how I paid for Northwestern University, which bought me skill sets? Debt, student loans. Do you know how I paid for my real estate license in my 20s when I became a realtor? On my credit card. While people were spending money on dumb shit 20 years ago that they don't even remember, I was buying skills. I was buying skill sets. That's what wealthy people do. They use other people's money, i.e., debt, to create income producing assets. I am a income producing asset. My skills are a income producing asset. My person is a income producing asset. The millionaires of our time, the deca millionaires, the centimillionaires, the billionaires, they have digital assets. They have intellectual property. You literally see my intellectual property in the background. My other book is right. My other book is right there. My play button. Why is my YouTube play button there? That's also my digital asset. That's my digital asset. I have 1,000 videos on this YouTube channel that you're watching right now. I used to have 2,000, unfortunately. As I was sharing on my Instagram stories yesterday, I deleted about 1,000 videos back in the day. But I have 1,000 videos on YouTube, 1,000 income producing assets. So I took my skills that I used debt to acquire, my real estate business, skill sets, sales, marketing, my degree from Northwestern University. I took those and I turned it into intellectual property. And then I created 1,000 YouTube videos. Now, let me kind of put this in perspective for you. Let's say that I am the shittiest salesperson on the planet. let's say I don't know how to sell. Okay? Let's say I don't know how to sell anything. Even if I'm horrible at sales, I have 1,000 income generating assets on YouTube, 1,000 videos. I also have 150 courses ranging from anywhere from $22 all the way to hundreds of thousands of dollars of coaching. Okay. So let me give you an example. If just 10 people a day, just 10 people on the internet buy a $1,000 offer of mine every single day, do the math. That's $10,000 a day. That's $300,000 a month. And that's if I'm so shitty at sales that only 10 people buy from 1,000 videos that are selling on my behalf while I'm sleeping, vacationing, eating, shopping. And you're sitting here saying, I don't have the money. The funny thing is, if I didn't take the student loans to get my education and my skills, if I didn't put my real estate license on a credit card, I wouldn't have money right now. So saying I don't have the money is the dumbest excuse not to buy skill sets. The dumbest excuse. That's why you need to buy skills, because if you don't have money, that means you don't have skills, because skills print money. Even if I'm horrible at sales and have 1,000 videos selling on my, that's just on this channel, girl. I haven't talked about my other channel yet. And then I haven't even talked about those 10 people a day that buy my courses, buy other courses. But let's just say I'm so horrible that only 10 people a day buy from 1,000 YouTube videos selling on my behalf. That's still $300,000 a month while I sleep. That doesn't count the new content I'm creating. That doesn't count the people reading my book. That doesn't count the referrals. I get a lot of income from referrals. Do you see how fast it compounds? And you're sitting here trying to save a little bit of money? Girl. Okay. The next one, the next bullshit excuse. TF said that happens to me when I lose some weight. I feel great. And then I BS excuses crop up. And I'm like, meh, it was easy. I can get away with overeating. Yep. Yep. Because as you're growing, so is your ego. And your ego just wants to keep you small. It's not here to evolve you. It's here to keep you small. It's here to keep you safe. That's its literal job. That is its job. Giving your ego and your thoughts attention, it's like letting yourself be spammed. It's like clicking on the virus. You're being spammed by your ego and your thoughts every single day. Wealthy women, they don't click on that link. They don't let themselves get spammed. They have distance between themselves and the spam, i.e., your thoughts and feelings. Okay, here's the next one. My husband won't support me. Okay, that's where the polarity comes in. Provider energy doesn't collapse when you're in your feminine flow. You do not need to ask the masculine for permission. You are the permission field itself. You are the desire source. You give the masculine permission, not the other way around. The number one mistake I see women making with this is they try to act like really miserable and then go ask their partners for permission. He's thinking, well, you're miserable right now. I don't want to, like, I don't think this is a good idea. But what if you existed in the permission field for yourself? Now the masculine's like, yes, I want some of that too. Thank you for the permission. My permission field is what is the invitation for my husband, not the other way around. The feminine is the permission field. Next bullshit excuse that your ego is spamming with you with right now. I tried before and I failed. That's why you need play. Failure is just feedback in the 99 realm. Most people literally quit 3 feet from gold. I have the get rich or die trying attitude. I'm obsessed with everything I do. How do you even know that you failed unless you quit? The interesting thing is, I don't understand this. This is so interesting to me that in everything else that we invest our money in, for example, in the stock market or in the real estate market, It's generally understood that we're going to make our ROI in 10 years, and we're happy if we're able to make 10% returns on our investment, right? But when it comes to investing in yourself, into coaching, into personal development, all of a sudden women are like, if I don't get 1,000% return within 3 days, it's failed. Let me tell you something. It took me 15 years to monetize my university degree, but now I make millions from it. Millions. Did I fail? Did I fail? We don't like put money in the stock market in the S&P 500 and say, okay, it's been 3 days. Let me go check. Did I make 1,000% return? So why are you doing that with your personal development? Why are you playing that game when it comes to your own ROI? There are coaches and mentors I work with 6, 7, 8 years ago, and I'm just today starting to understand, oh, that's what they were saying. Did I say, oh my God, they suck? Let me just bash them? Let me get my money back? No, because the ROI takes time to compound. I create value in my life. I need to give it time to compound. So if you are sitting there pulling out the plant every 3 days to see if it's germinating or not, it's never going to, girl. It's never going to happen. So we need to understand that with everything else, we've got so much wiggle room, and we're happy if we have 10% return on our investment in a decade. Okay, so one of my clients in Kainat, Maria, I want to really celebrate her. So she joined the first time she joined the mentorship only option when that was available. Within 2 weeks, she was like, what the fuck am I doing? I want the whole thing. So she upgraded. She had messaged me. She was like, I'm not sure about this. I don't know if I can pull, I can squeeze the payments. I haven't really started making any money in my business. She buys the payment plan of the mentorship. Within 2 weeks, she jumps into the whole thing. Within a couple of months, she buys alumni year 2. Now she's in alumni year 3. She's still in the first year. She just like went ahead and bought ahead. But here's the thing. Yesterday in Kainat, she just celebrated her first 11.5K month. So 11,500K month in her business. It took her, I think she's been in it total now for 6 or 7 months. But she wasn't like the first month, she's not like, oh my God, I didn't make any money. She knew, okay, I'm learning, I'm absorbing, I'm expanding. And then I gave her a homework assignment. And instead of making excuses, I was like, just go do it. She's like, I don't know. Just go do it at 20%. Do it wrong. So she did it wrong the first time. She made 7K. I'm like, okay, do it again. Do it again the second time. She's in the middle of doing it the second time. It's not over yet. And yesterday she's like, I'm not done with the second time you gave me the assignment, but I just wanted to tell you that in this month in doing the assignment, half-assed, we're still learning, we're still growing. I had an 11.K month, 11.5K month. We're just getting started. She's locked me in until year 3 because she knows that being in the room, calibrating to women higher that are playing a bigger game. Remember that we're pair bonding creatures. When you're in the room with people playing a bigger game, you have no choice but to calibrate higher. It becomes your new normal. We're designed that way to fit into our tribe. So if you live in a small tribe, you calibrate to that. If she stepped into the Kainat tribe, which is a bigger calibration. Her nervous system took a while, couple of months, but she calibrated higher. First, she signed up for just a little bit, the mentorship. Then in a couple of weeks, she got the whole thing. Then she got year 2, and she's like, I'm crazy, but I want year 3. I'm like, you know what to do. Is this gonna be a power move? And now, not only can she write the entire thing off because she's actually making money in her business, she can write it off. This is a business expense for her now, suddenly. It ends up being a business expense, but she said herself that I just did it 20% right, Mina, the assignment. Yes, I know, but that's how we get there. That's how we get there. I'm celebrating her so big because I know that this is going to be $1 million year for her. Because all she has to do now that she has the frameworks, she has the pathways, is rinse and repeat, play a bigger game, play at the edge, calibrate higher. So most of you quit 3 feet from gold. Here's another one. Ready for the next one? Ready for the next bullshit excuse? Oh, it's because I have kids. My children are the ultimate source of my power. My children are my 100x. I'm not successful despite being a mom. I'm successful because I am a mom. Because my children get to be my inspiration. They get to be my purpose. They get to be my legacy. Never, ever would I want to use my children as an excuse for my own bullshit resistance. Never, never. But so many women do this. They pass on their own bullshit stories to their children. They blame their children. That's you. That's all on you. Because my children are my legacy. They are my power. They are the source of my play, my purpose, my pleasure. They encourage me, they cheer me on, and they see me as a role model and mentor. So many people say, oh, my kids don't listen to me. How can I teach my kids to this? How about learn it for your own self first? How, how about becoming someone that your children actually look up to, not someone that plays small and uses them as an excuse? Why should they listen to you? If you played small your entire life, used them as an excuse, made them feel like a freaking burden that ruined their mother's life, stole their dreams and desires, and then you're wondering, what can you teach your kids? Girl, you got nothing to teach them at that point. That's why they don't listen. So these are just bullshit excuses that your ego is wrapping up your resistance in. Here's another one. I'm already so overwhelmed right now. Overwhelm is the inability to metabolize abundance. This is a huge part of the wealthy woman training, because if you can't even handle the little that you have now, how are you going to handle more money, more love, more joy, more pleasure? Why are you even asking for more? You can't even handle abundance. The word overwhelm should never be used in a woman's vocabulary ever again, especially if she's trying to be rich and joyful and happy and ravished. That should disappear from your vocabulary. Here's another one. Another bullshit excuse that women use. I'll just figure it all out on my own. Yes, so will your clients. So why should they buy from you when you don't walk the talk? When you don't walk the talk, everyone will just do it all, figure it all out on their own, I guess. A lot of people that say, no one's buying my stuff. It's like, okay, well, are you in big rooms? Are you investing in yourself? Are you being someone that walks the talk that you're trying to sell to your clients? I freaking love this live. I'm so happy, Christian. Okay. I think I already talked about this. Okay. The ROI part, most investments, real estate, stock market, we expect the investment to pay off in 10 years, right? But in personal development, it has to be working yesterday. Okay, like I said, I didn't monetize my university degree until 15 years later. But when I did, I did. I did. Okay, it poured. So here's the thing, babe. Making money is not about hustle. It's about being sovereign. The most feminine thing you can do right now is claim your wealth, your pleasure, your purpose, your power. Here's the thing. My business is not something I'm trying to escape from. My business is my purpose. It's my values personified. I'm not trying to automize everything in my business. I'm not trying to be passive in my business. My business makes me feel alive. My business is a pleasure generating source for me. My business literally makes me a better person every single day. It makes me a better human being. It makes me a better wife. It makes me a better mother. It makes me a better friend. It makes me a better human. There's a reason that people leave in the comments, thank you for existing, because of my business. Because I'm channeling my life source energy, my pleasure, my play, my purpose, my passion, my proficiency, my skills. I'm putting everything. My business gets all of me. I'm not trying to shortchange people. I'm not trying to, I'll just work 1 hour a week. My business requires me to become all of me every single day. I have to meet myself every day. I have to call myself out on my own bullshit every single day. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Imagine having a business that you get to channel these 8Ps and it fucking rains money on you every single day. It rains money on you every single day. Why should it not? It's purpose driven, it's pleasurable, it's play, it's proficiency, it's prosperity, it's polarity. My business is an extension of my soul. That's feminine wealth. That is feminine wealth. This is what we're working in feminine energy master coaching, which starts on September 18th. Voice, voltage, visibility. We're going to have live mentorship. So this is a container for identity and wealth architecture. You're going to literally be studying 12 weeks with me and all the Kainat ladies. So this is available for Kainat students, but you can also purchase it on its own. I'm going to throw the link for you. And here's the thing, within 12 weeks, if you're like, oh my God, this is what we're working on, this is what feminine wealth looks like, I want to go all in, you can apply 4,444, so $4,444 of the feminine energy master coaching investment towards Kainat. You can put it in there. You can pay in full or you can do it into the payment plan. Welcome to Level Up Queens. Relax. I think that's your, how do you pronounce that nickname? So you're going to have 12 weeks to rewire your identity and master the 8Ps in business, sales, and self-concept. Here's the thing about Feminine Energy Master Coaching. It's the most elevated conversation on feminine energy in existence on the planet. This isn't duct taped information from TikTok and Instagram and other coaches. This is the most elevated conversation. Not only can you apply this to your life, you can apply this to dating, you can apply this to your marriage because it changes your identity. But girl, this is the make it rain skill sets, the sacred, divine, feminine skill sets personified in 12 weeks. We start on September 18th. The link is in the description. I'm going to pin it to the comment. I just threw it in the chat as well. Okay. This is your chance to not just watch the wealth transfer, but to claim your place in it, whether you're inheriting money from your parents or not. This is your chance to elevate the conversation. The joke is, here's the funny thing. While every woman is out there trying to chase men for money, women are becoming the wealthiest people on the planet. 70 to 80% of the wealth will be in the hands of women, while these crazy ones that are not understanding, girl, that's marrying someone that you're not interested in, marrying someone in a whole different generation, while the wealth transfer is literally happening under your nose, is not the way. Women are going to be the wealth holders. You need to upgrade your skill sets. You need to upgrade your source codes. You need to upgrade your sovereignty, become the permission field. Stop chasing men. Men will be chasing us even more now because we're going to be the wealth holders. Can we fast forward to Thursday? I'm ready for master coaching now, girl. I'm so excited to have you, Christian. You guys will be studying alongside all of the Kainat women, and we're going to be talking about voltage, visibility, money, passion, wealth, identity, self-concept, the codes, the source codes of the divine feminine. Now is the time to elevate that conversation and be in on it. This container, literally, should be master coaching should be at least 100K. It's 100K of value in there in the next 12 weeks because just one code, like that's how confident I am that just one code with the right woman hearing one code, she can turn it around and make $1 million right like in a second because all the excuses will be dead. All of the stories, all the ego, all the gaslighting yourself, all the spamming yourself with the thoughts and the feelings will be dead. For the right woman in that container, one or two codes applied with speed and momentum, girl, girl, we are elevating the conversation in feminine energy master coaching. We are elevating it. It is my identity and wealth architecture container. And what I'm bringing to this is something I've never bought anywhere. It's the deepest, most potent, most current, most now form of my teaching ever. There is a 3-month payment plan currently that's going to be going away because we need to make sure that all the payments come in while the container is live. You can also use Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay at checkout. We start live this Thursday, and I would love to have you. Questions coming up for you. How can I support you? What was your key takeaways? What did you get from this training? How activated do you feel? What's coming up for you? I'm gonna let my members ask questions first, and then I'll see if we have time. We might open it up to all subscribers, but we'll see if we have time. I'll give you guys a second to ask before I open it up. I know there's a lag. Who is ready to play into prosperity? Who is ready to let pleasure be their GPS? Great video. Thank you. Amazing, Spirit. Amazing. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Let's see. Can I do this live? Let me see. Okay, I'm going to open it up to subscribers for a few minutes. Welcome to Level Up Queens. Marquita, is it? Beautiful name. Marquita Hughes, welcome. I'll still give priority to my members for cues. I just want to see if anyone has any questions about the Feminine Energy Master Coaching. Kristen said, I'm ready to play, and I love that you identified peasant language to not use. Yes, it keeps us small. It's literally your mind spamming you, and you keep clicking the links. No more. We're not clicking on those virus links. We're not doing that anymore. Audra from Kainat said, hi, Queens, on fire today and loving it. This lit a fire under me, just what the doctor ordered. Amazing. Yes. Yes. Where do we have the option to pay in payment? So if you're in the US, then you can use Klarna and Afterpay and all of those. However, if you need the payment plan, I'll give you the direct link. It is on the sales page, but I'll give it to you here. Here's the payment plan, the 3-month. It's going to be 3 monthly payments of $17.77, and that payment plan will be going away soon because we want to make sure that the payments come in those 12 weeks. Excited to use this information whilst I make my new page to attract premium clients with pleasure and play. Amazing. I'm cheering you on, Spirit. Yes. And here's the thing. It's not your page that attracts the premium clients. It's you. It's you. And so, yes, create the page. Of course, we get to have those masculine assets as well, but don't forget you. You are the main, you are your own prosperity. You are the source code. If you are in the 99 realm, you're good. I have sold 100K packages with no sales page. I've sold in the beginning, I just had a PayPal link. Yesterday on my Instagram stories, I found that video, that original video where I had announced, hey guys, I'm a life coach now. And I got 10 clients that same day with a PayPal link. No website, nothing. So, yes, we get to have those masculine containers, but sell first, create that later. Don't let too many barriers be in between you and your gifts, your feminine medicine you're offering. Yeah. Let me just make sure that my team did put this the payment link, the payment pay option. Yes, it is. So if you scroll down on the sales page for Feminine Energy Master Coaching, there is a part where it shows you the payment link option. Anything else coming up for you guys? What did you take away? What lit a fire for you today? And here's the thing with my work with Kainat and master coaching, you don't just get me. You also get Irfan. So Irfan, we like his Virgo energy. We like his masculine way of explaining things as well. Some of you guys are more like visual learners and he does his PowerPoint thing. Like he brings the masculine as well. Here's why Irfan is also a very important component. I want you guys to see healthy masculine and feminine energy channel through a woman, but I also want you to have access to healthy masculine and feminine energy channel through a man. So instead of you having to hire a feminine coach and a masculine coach separately, you get me and Irfan together. And you also get my Kainat lady. So the ladies in Kainat, okay, when I say students, okay, this is crown to crown. They are the category queens in their world. You are going to be sharing space with some of the best doctors in the planet, some of the best therapists. We've got psychotherapists, we've got licensed therapists, we've got doctors, we've got hormone experts. We also have, here's the thing, here's what you also get in Kainat. The best feminine energy and dating coaches and marriage coaches are already in Kainat. So you don't just get access to me, you also get access to all the other dating coaches, all the other marriage coaches. So it's really the ultimate power move because like in the Telegram, they're asking each other. For example, let me give you an example. One of the doctors in Kainat, she already did all the research on having proper language when you're now adding coaching to your practice, the terms and conditions. She already did the research of what you have to say to the medical or like the medical board stuff, right? Well, some of the other doctors and even some of the other ladies were like, well, I'm scared because I'm licensed by the state. Like, what if I add this and it jeopardizes my license? Dr. Shishma was like, I got you. She ended up doing a master class for the ladies of Kainat. Irfan attended the class as well. It was so potent. And all of the money, time, energy she spent on gaining that knowledge, the other people just got it. So it's really being in the room with the women that are making power moves after power moves. These aren't just women sitting there thinking about shit, they're doing it. These are women that live in courage, that breathe bravery. These are women that are doing the hard things. Okay, these aren't women that showed up with confidence. These are women that showed up with courage. And now they're creating confidence because courage compounded equals confidence. Courage compounded equals confidence. Uh, Hi, Mina and ladies. I remember in a previous live stream, you mentioned creating a course called Financial Literacy Without Financial Scarcity. In which course can we get that kind of information? Guy Not Success Academy. It's a whole 1 year mentorship. Some women have already bought alumni all the way. They have me booked until March of 2029. Like, isn't that crazy? I'll throw in the application for Kainat as well if you want to flirt with that application. For those of you guys that just bought Feminine Energy Master Coaching, you can apply your credit later on if you at any point during those sessions. I'll throw in the link for that as well. I'm dating a Virgo. Wow, what an amazing masculine energy they have. Yes, amazing. I love the BS excuse breakdown. I'll figure it out myself. Well, so are your clients. Yeah, exactly. Right? It's like, okay, well, they're saying the same thing because that's what you're carrying in your field, so they don't need you. Pearl said, I can't explain how much I needed to hear all this. For weeks now, I've been having these random intuitive thoughts to start my business, but that it's not the right time. Thoughts hit me frequency. Yep, because your ego is like, let's just use her own language. Time is not aligned. I need to see signs from God. Mercury is in retrograde. Blah, 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 blah. It's like now is the time. Today is always the best time. Don't manage time, manage energy. That's what wealthy women do. They manage energy. When you manage your energy, I did the states video just a couple days ago. When you learn to manage and create your state, you control time. Time becomes your bitch, not the other way around. I've been using my 20 years of personal development to make more sophisticated excuses. Yes, because it's also been studying what you've been studying. The second one was around seeking permission. I am the permission. I am the permission field. They need to be activated. Yes, here's why. Remember when a woman's field is open, she's in the permission field, that's when the masculine will approach her and ask her for a date. If the woman's field is collapsed, healthy men won't approach you. Predators still might because they don't really care. They're predators. Healthy men, you feel invisible because you are not becoming the permissions field. You're not open. And then we say, oh, there's no good at men. Where do I find men? They will find you, honey, when you become the permission field. It's the same thing with money. It's the same thing with clients. I don't manifest clients. My clients are manifesting me. This is why when my clients find me, they're like, oh my God, I was praying for you. I was praying for someone like you. When you are the permission field, everything is manifesting you. Money is manifesting you. Your dream baby is manifesting you. Your dream clients are manifesting you. Your dream man is manifesting you. You're in the feminine. That's what that means. I just signed up. So excited. Excited to have you, Scorpion girls. I know you've been in my world for a while. I see you, girl. I see you. Oh my God, I had that for so long. I just did it in the end. Why wait? Yes. Yes. I feel so grateful to receive this. Thank you, Mina. Can't wait to apply. Rinse and repeat. I feel like I received a 10K payment today with this training. Beautiful, Miss V. Beautiful. I'm so glad that this was received. I know that you guys manifested this because we need to stop making bullshit excuses. Always remember, I talked about this in the Money Come to Me training, that when you are studying something, when you're learning, so is it. So when you get smarter and stronger, so does it in its bullshit excuses. So instead of saying, I'm scared, now you're saying, it's not aligned. It's not the right time. It's still an excuse. If you are not doing the thing God designed you to do, that's a sin. That goes against my spiritual beliefs. That's a sin. To me, that should be one of the 10 commandments. To not do what God designed me to do on this planet is a sin. But we make these up level language. Instead of saying, I'm just fucking scared, now you're saying Mercury is in retrograde. Congratulations to the ladies who just jumped in. I'm celebrating each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. We need more feminine women owning their drive, owning their ambition, owning their desires, literally stepping into becoming the offering that you are, literally becoming her. Selling today, selling is in sacred service. Selling means that you are combining the 8 P's and changing the planet for the better. Money is becoming feminine, and I'm here for it. The truth is, money always was. We have been lied to, we have been bullshitted, we have been controlled. We used to be property. And now we are becoming the permission still, like permission field, literally stepping into it. 50 years ago, a woman could not sign her own credit card. She could not apply for a credit card without a male cosigner present. We are now building empires. In just 2 short generations, what has changed? We've come such a long way. We are doing it. We are in it. Are you literally going to play on the sidelines? Or are you going to say yes? Oh my God, have you been with me since the Housewife of SC days? No freaking way. No freaking way. How can we learn more about the permission field? Gorgeous. Everything I talked about today, this is all from my latest master coaching course, which starts on the 18th. It's called Feminine Energy Master Coaching. This is what we are going to be working on. Uh, Shoot, I lost the link. Okay, here it is. Let me give you the link again. These codes were only supposed to be shared inside of there. But I decided today that actually we needed to have this conversation. So this is what we're going to be working in the next 12 weeks inside of Feminine Energy Master Coaching. Mina, what are the best courses you would recommend for women who experience burnout and they're on the right path to money, success, and their dream relationships? I would say start with either Feminine Energy Master Coaching or just jump into Kainat, girl. This is literally what we do there all day long. Like, really just get yourself in the room. Kainat is the ultimate space. It's the home of the driven feminine woman that is having it all. The identity and wealth architecture is all in there. However, if you need to baby step your way there, then the Feminine Energy Master Coaching, what you spend on that, 4,444 of that, you can migrate into transfer into Kainat within the 12 weeks that we're going to be live. So everything I talked about in here, we're working on that in Feminine Energy Master Coaching. We start on September 18th, which is this Thursday, is it? And the price will be going up this Thursday to 5,555. Right now it's 4,888 or three monthly payments of 1,777. Or you can use Affirm, Klarna, or Afterpay at checkout. Be in the room with Kainat women. Irfan will be there. I will be there. Let's go do this. You can't afford not to join. Here's the truth. Let's talk about this. What is the cost of you not signing up? Looping in the same thoughts you've been having, circling the same 3 or 4 limiting beliefs that you've been circling for about a decade, trying to duct tape everything together and therefore attracting clients that also duct tape everything together so they don't need to buy anything from you. You're just one of many places they're duct taping. The cost of not signing up uses up so much of our energy, our money, our momentum, our courage, our confidence, our children's legacy, our marriage, because these skill sets aren't just applied in money. These are divine feminine codes. This is costing you love. This is costing you joy. This is costing you pleasure. This is costing you unlived life because you keep looping in the same year, creating it over and over and over again, and then calling it an 80-year life. That's the cost of not doing it. People oftentimes look at the cost of doing it. They don't look often enough at the cost of not doing it. That's what you need to look at. That's what you need to look at. Think about you 12 weeks from now. The decisions you will be making, the permission slip that you will literally become for divine love, divine pleasure, divine joy, money, prosperity, play, pleasure, the permission that you end up giving other people in your life, your children, your partner, your parents, your siblings, your friends, your clients. Think of it that way. Like this is true investment and ROI, not just in yourself, but in the planet. This is the new era of the divine feminine. Wealth like we've never experienced it before. Love and joy like we've never experienced it before. No one wants your burnout. No one wants to buy your depletion. No one wants to buy how hard you worked at it. What they want is a higher calibration nervous system, higher skill sets, higher permission field. Reina said, what I'm taking from today mostly is a reminder that it may take time for the money to come from my online business, but I need to persevere and continue and not give up. And you could also monetize today and get it. And get it. So instead of saying the money needs to come now or the money will come later, it's like, okay, if I can become the person today, it has to happen. Then time doesn't matter. It's the energy. How fast you can step into the energy, whether it's today or tomorrow or next week or next month, the money will come. It becomes expectation. You play in the of course field. Of course. So true. We never think about the price we don't pay yet. Imagine if I had gotten sticker shock from all the education that I've spent on. I've spent over $1 million on my education, my skills, my personal development, but I've made more than 10x that. And I know that I'm going to make 100x that. That's where I'm headed. I'm compounded to making 100x that. So instead of saying, okay, well, I saved a little bit of money, think of the loss of not investing in myself. I always outperform every single market, the real estate market, the um, stock market, the crypto market. I know that I am the biggest ROI. I'm the biggest return on investment in existence. I'm the divine feminine incarnate. So instead of looking at the time, manage the energy, create the energy, create the identity. Your self-concept is the floor. Your identity is your perceived ceiling. Raise the self-concept, and there will be there's no limit to the identity, how far it can go. How much you can create, there's no limit. We're playing in the 99 realm. The divine feminine has 1 foot in the 99 realm and 1 foot in the 1% realm, in the 3D. That's how she walks. That's how she moves. So the cost of trying to like this information, what I'm sharing with you, the codes, the transmissions, the skills, it's taken me almost 45 years to earn and learn. And over $1 million. You get to have it today for 4,888. The time that you collapse not only my 4 decades in these 12 weeks, but Irfan's 5 decades. Because between us, there's over, let me see, over 100 years of life experience, education, skill sets, and personal development. You get access to that. I'm not even including all the other women in Kainat. You start compounding their success. You start compounding the fact that you have access to their knowledge, their support, their transmission, their feminine offering, their magic, and their medicine. Girl, you can't afford not to do this. Do you see how this works? Like, you can't afford not to do this. You're literally in the room with the best doctors, the best therapists, the best dating coaches, the best everything in one room, and all you have to pay is 4,888 to have access to centuries of knowledge and wisdom and support at your fingertips, collapsed in 12 weeks. What time do we live in that this is what we get to have? This is every time I sign up for a new container. I signed up literally for like 3 things yesterday. I'm like, oh my God, I just downloaded this person's 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years of knowledge, transmissions, life experience, their focus, their energy, all of it with just a little bit of money. And now I get to have that and create so much healing on the planet, so much growth for my children, so much inspiration. Oh my God. What time do we live in? I didn't even have to leave my house to do that. One of the containers I bought at 2 a.m. I did not have to leave my house. What time do we live in? And we're over here creating excuses. And we're over here playing small. Like, I cry tears of gratitude with God every single day that He incarnated me in this time when I get to have all of this wisdom and knowledge and support at my fingertips, like literally on a small device like this, 24/7. I'm not allowed to make any excuses. My ancestors would have killed for this opportunity, but I get to have it. I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm the one. Not every season is a harvesting season. Some seasons are a planting season. When you are always planting, then you're always harvesting. When you keep stopping and going, stopping and going, stopping and going, then you're never going to harvest because you keep digging up the damn crops to check if they're growing. But the reason I get to harvest every day is because I plant every single day. I nurture every single day. I keep the faith every single day. I take action every single day. I grow every single day. I don't play in bullshit excuses. I am the one that my ancestors have been praying for. I'm the one that my descendants have been praying for. I am the one. I'm the one that will be spoken for generations to come. They will remember my name because I broke every humanly possible generational curse, transmuted every limitation that was possible in my lifetime. And I will continue to do so until the day I die. That is my promise. It's my promise to 7 generations back and 7 generations forward. Excuse me. Welcome, Arena. She said, I am the one. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Arena is in Kainat. Audra is in Kainat. We've got our Kainat queens over here. We honor them by claiming it. Yes. Not tomorrow, not someday, today, every day. Every day. That's when we do it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, ladies, today. It's the pleasure and joy and purpose of my heart. I love this. I live for this. I live for this. I breathe it. I am obsessed with the work I get to do on this planet. Like, I cannot believe this is my work. I get to play and call it work. I get to play and call it work. Here's another thing that your business allows you that is who knew this, right? Like I didn't know this before I got into the real estate business. But when you have a business, you get to write off things. And so personal development is a business expense. Like I just cannot believe the world that we live in, that I get to play all day. I get to learn. I get to grow. I get to play on the edge and push the limits of what's possible for women. And I not only get to write that off, I get paid for it. Like, explain that to me. I don't like, I think my head can't even wrap around in it. I can't even like, and what hurts my heart is when women, like, even the money video that I posted yesterday, I was showing Alina. People are asking me for my skincare routine in that video, in the comments. And I was like, Alina, look at this. Because Alina and I talk about this stuff all the time. I'm like, we're having a conversation about $124 trillion being transferred to women. And they're asking me about my skincare routine. Ah, women, 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 right? I get it. Money is scary. I get it. I get it. But we're gonna have to learn to resource our nervous system and have these conversations. Do you know that I have decades of information on sales, on marketing, on money, on energy, and most people don't want to hear it. Well, men don't want to hear it because men don't want to really learn from a woman. They don't want to feel like, oh, I'm second in command to a woman. But do you know that most of my friends don't want to hear it either? They want to change the topic. They want to talk about my dress. They want to ask me what nail polish color I'm wearing. They want to ask me, did you get a facial? They want to change the subject. And do you know the one person that wants to talk about this 24/7 with me? Alina, my 11-year-old daughter. Some of my clients don't even want to. They come and say, help me make more money. But then when I'm like, hey, let's do this, this, and this, let's do oh no, no, I haven't. Oh, no. What lipstick are you wearing? Can you recommend a book? I'm overwhelmed. Alina is the only person that wants to have this conversation 24/7 with me. And it reminds me of me and how I was with my mom. I wanted all her, like the business stuff. Mm. Life advice, not so much. My mom wasn't embodied in it. Business stuff, oh my God. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. And we're wanting to know someone's skincare routine and their morning routine. Like, my greatest like fear in life is that I have spent 45, almost 45 years consuming, expanding, learning so much in sales, marketing, money, so much in life advice. And I want to make sure that I give it to enough women that they can use it to change their lives. They want to ask me about my fucking skincare routine. Hmm. We've got to cut this shit out. 70 to 80% of $124 trillion transfer is happening right now. Stop with the fucking skincare routine and what lipstick I'm wearing. Let's talk about money. Money in the hands of women. For the first time, we get to have sovereignty and influence and power in a way our ancestors never had it like that. They never had it like that. Oh my God, how blessed are we? How blessed are we that I'm literally sitting here talking to women from all over the planet right now, and I can share this information with you. How blessed are we? Let's regulate to abundance. Let's calibrate higher. Audra, you saw that? Yeah, the comments? Nervous system reboot. Yes. Yes. My daughter is 14 and I swear this is everything. Yes. What I really appreciate about Alina is she chases me down to ask about this stuff. It's not like I'm trying to teach her this. She's interested in this. Thank God. Oh my, thank you, God. I could cry. So, so awesome. Amazing, Brianna. Amazing. Thank you so much, ladies. I love you so much. I'll see you in Kainat, Feminine Energy Master Coaching. I'll see you tomorrow in what episode are we on? 7 now? I love you so much. Thank you guys. Bye.